guys, today I'm going to talk about the 6 different organizing styles as illustrated in my book, and I'll be using a small linen closet as an example. I'm Terry Elizabeth, author of How to Organize Any Space in 7 Simplified Steps, where I show you how to organize your spaces according to your personal organizing style so that your spaces can finally stay organized. If you need help organizing or just love organizing videos, click the subscribe button now. If you haven't already, be sure to grab my Perfect Organizing Duo, which can be found on the homepage of my website, terryelizabeth.com. That way you can get jump-started into your organizing journey and finally have peace, order, and beauty in your spaces. Now, as I show you these organizing styles, I'll be using the linen closet as an example of what your linen closet would look like if you were to maximize your organizing style. We each have an organizing style, and you typically have one dominant style, but you can have a combination of organizing styles. So as I explain the different organizing styles, I'll be talking about your natural habits, where you get into trouble, and what works for you in regards to setting up organized systems. There's a difference between a disorganized stasher and an organized stasher. So now, using the linen closet as an example, I'll be showing you how to store towels, linens, backup toiletries, and other supplies in your linen closet for your organizing style. So let's start with the piler. So as a piler, you tend to leave things out as visual reminders so that you can easily grab them to use again. You like things in a certain order, so your piles are very logical to you. And you may have the perfect system in your head, but until you set up the perfect system for your piles, your perfectionism paralyzes you until you find the time. When you leave too many things out, that is when you get into trouble. That item you left out to make it easier to find becomes difficult to find when you've left so many things out that you can't find anything anymore. Others who do not have your organizing style tend to clash with you. You can benefit well from removing your linen closet doors, as open shelving works well for you because you tend to be quite visual. You can also benefit from very specific labeling. For example, you can label each spot for each product. But my warning to you is to not wait till you maybe have the perfect label maker or whatever else might hinder you from starting to get organized. Go ahead and create general labels for now and refine them over time. You can even do color-coded label. In this example, we have a color per person: gray for dad, taupe for mom, and white for Olivia. The items that can be used by mom, dad, and Olivia have all 3 colors in the label. Mom and dad sheets and towels have their 2 colors. Containers that work for you are any that are easy to reach into and out of, like these, as they work like open shelves. For any items you need to store in here that you may only need to access occasionally, you will want to use clear bins, again because you're quite visual. Now let's talk about the stasher. You like your surfaces clear, as this helps you to clear your mind. Visible messiness bothers you, whether it is in your own space or even public areas. When you stash too many things away without an organized system, that's when you get into trouble. You put things away in haste and cannot easily retrieve them, and can feel overwhelmed by the disorganization hiding in your closets and drawers. People may come over to your place and think that it is very nice and neat, but you dread them going into your closets and drawers. You benefit from creating zones to keep items in or close to where you use them. So if you happen to throw your cleaning supplies in your linen closet, you're going to create a cleaning supply zone in your linen closet. Containers that work for you are anything with dividers for your specific needs. Creating a labeled and divided section for your items helps you to stash them where they belong instead of having them in a jumbled mess when you are trying to clear your surfaces in haste. And you don't have to have your items perfectly aligned like they are in this example. You can get away with throwing your sheets and hand towels in labeled totes, for example. The key for you is to create labeled spaces where you can stash or throw items. For any items you need to store in here that you may only need to access occasionally, you will want to use opaque bins with large print labels. Now let's talk about the collector. You tend to have a lot of interest or like to work on multiple projects or hobbies that require a lot of supplies. You can tend to stockpile things that you think you may need in the future. Even if the items you have aren't being used or won't be used anytime soon, you may keep items because they are new or unused or because they cost a lot of money. When you cannot get rid of anything and continue to purchase items, that is when you get into trouble. And it's possible you may have dealt with some events in your life that required you to learn to survive on less, or you may have been raised by a family that has experienced such events. Like the piler, you can also benefit from removing the doors from your linen closet. In this example, you like to make your own products. You will have every tool you can think of in order to do that. So you will have tackle boxes and/or dividers within these bins to contain all the little parts for your supplies. Bins that stack well, like these simple shoe boxes, also work well for you because they maximize space to hold all of your supplies. Be sure to label everything so that you can easily find what you need. Now, let's talk about the tosser. You love sticking to your essentials. You can be the classic minimalist, but not necessarily. You do not care one bit for clutter. You rarely purchase new items as well, unless you find that there's an absolute need. When you do purchase new items, you're easily able to let go of the old. So items do not hold much sentiment to you as you find more value in their memories. You easily throw things away, even new items. When you throw other people's items away, or even your own sentimental items, that's when you get into trouble. If you live with others, you will be mindful of creating systems in consideration of other people's things. Bins labeled per person will be very helpful for you in the linen closet. And the bins don't even have to be for backup toiletries like they are in this example. If your linen closet is centralized in your home, you can use bins or baskets labeled per person to toss their items into if you come across them in the house. My mom is the stasher like me for the most part, but she is also the tosser. So when we were little, if you left anything out, she easily threw it away, even our homework. So if you realize this is you, it would be great to have a meeting with your household to decide if you will put their items in their rooms as you come across them, or if you will have a centralized location, like the linen closet. And you will also want to take the time to understand what items are important or sentimental to your household so that you're extra mindful not to accidentally throw their items away in haste. For example, your child might have a favorite toy that they love even though it's broken. To you it may be invaluable, but to them it's special. Now let's talk about the tidier. You tend to like things looking tidy and aligned. And there may be no rhyme or reason to how your items are stored, but you like them to look as if they are organized by straightening them up. You may think that if something is out of sight, it's out of mind, so you leave things out to not forget that they are there. When you do not categorize your items, that's when you get into trouble. You will have straightened up piles, but do not know what is in your piles. Once you have purged your unneeded items, since you like to keep things tidy, you actually won't have too much trouble maintaining your systems, especially if they are decorative. These more decorative baskets will make you want to put your items away in the labeled areas because you're a visual person. Since you are also very visual like the piler and may have to transition out of your fear of out of sight, out of mind, you can also benefit from removing the doors on your linen closet. As you come to understand the organizing process, that fear will reduce over time, and you will be able to keep your spaces organized whether they are open or closed. Now let's talk about the defier. You tend to look disorganized, but feel that you know what you have and can find things when you need them. When you begin to evaluate your spaces, you will find that you have an organizing style dominating in one or more of the styles previously described. When you experience stresses like ridicule for looking disorganized or stresses due to being overwhelmed by life experiences, that is when you get into trouble. You do not see your spaces as having a problem, so you leave well enough alone so it gets to a point where you really cannot find your items anymore. Your best bet is to be resourceful. You can repurpose deli meat containers or any containers you lost the lid on to store different categories of items. You can keep a wipe-off marker nearby to label these bins. If you know you won't fold your sheets and towels, you can also throw those into bins, or even better, you can install hooks on the back of your linen closet doors. Hooks work really well for you as you can just drape your towels over them in a snap. Over time, as you reap the benefit of getting organized, you may find that you have one of the previous dominating organizing styles and refine your organized systems further. I hope this snippet of the organizing styles in the linen closet has been helpful for you in beginning to understand your organizing style. Keep in mind that you can have a combination of organizing styles, and you can have different organizing styles for different areas in your home. You can be the stasher in your closets and the piler with your paperwork. Remember though that you can maximize your natural tendencies to look for and put items away in each of these areas once you learn how to maximize your organizing style. What is your organizing style? Do you think you know it yet? Share in the comments below. If not, I can make a video on how to discover your organizing style. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to grab your free 7-step guide to organizing any space along with your free organizational goal setting resource, which can be found on the homepage of my website, terryelizabeth.com. That way you can get jump started into organizing your spaces and start to reap the benefits of organizing, including peace of mind and increased productivity. In my next video, I will show you how to print on sticky notes so that you can create calendars and vision boards to increase your productivity. So be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can know the moment it is up and never miss another organizing video. Happy organizing!